The motorcycle world is changing fast, and Chinese manufacturers aren't just building cheap knockoffs anymore. These are seriously well-built machines that pack real performance at prices that'll make you wonder why Japanese bikes cost so much. We're counting down 20 Chinese motorcycles over 500cc that are giving Honda, Yamaha, Kawasaki, and Suzuki a run for their money. You're about to see why smart riders are ditching brand loyalty for actual value. Number 20. CF Moto 650 NK. Look, if you want a solid naked bike but don't want to blow your budget on a Kawasaki Z650 or Ninja 650, this is your answer. At around $6,499, you're getting everything those Japanese bikes offer, just without paying for the badge. The 649 cubic centimeter parallel twin puts out about 60 horsepower, which is plenty for daily riding and weekend fun. Here's the cool part. They didn't cheap out on the important stuff. You get KYB suspension front and rear, the same stuff you'll find on bikes costing way more. The brakes are J-Huan components with dual 300mm discs up front and ABS, so you can stop safely in any weather. The 5 inches TFT screen gives you different riding modes to play with, and the seat height sits around 762 to 813 millimeters, so most people can flat-foot it. This thing will hit about 115 to 120 miles per hour, which is competitive with anything from Japan. The fuel economy is decent too. You're looking at around 50 miles per gallon in mixed riding. CF Moto backs it with a 2-year warranty with no mileage limits, showing they actually believe in what they're building. Number 19. CF Moto 650 MT. If adventure riding sounds fun, but you don't want to spend Versus 650 money, check this out. It uses the same engine as the 650 NK, but wraps it in adventure gear. You get the upright riding position, longer suspension travel, and all the mounting points for bags and accessories. CF Moto covers it with the same 2-year warranty, and parts follow their existing network. Number 18. Benda Chinchilla 500. This cruiser takes aim at bikes like the Kawasaki Vulcan S, but costs only $5,399. The 476 cubic centimeter V-twin gives you that authentic cruiser rumble with about 47 horsepower. The 686 millimeter seat height means shorter riders can actually touch the ground, which is awesome. You get dual front discs with ABS and traction control, safety stuff that used to cost extra. Benda gives you a 1-year warranty through Keyway dealers. Number 17. Benda Napoleon Bob 500. Same engine as the Chinchilla, but with way cooler European styling that'll turn heads everywhere you go. For $6,399, you're getting something that looks like it costs twice as much. This thing will actually hit 118 miles per hour, making it one of the faster small cruisers out there. The fake girder front fork looks vintage but rides modern, and the 660 millimeter seat height works for almost everyone. Number 16. CRX6. California Scooter Company, an American brand that partnered with Zongshan to provide the best value, high-quality Chinese motorcycles to sale in the United States since 2015, built this adventure bike to compete with the Versus 650, but priced it at $7,195. The 650cc twin makes about 70 horsepower. And here's the kicker, it only weighs 428 pounds. That power-to-weight ratio makes this thing feel way faster than the numbers suggest. You get inverted forks, KYB rear shock, and Bosch ABS. The 820mm seat works great for adventure riding. Number 15. QJ Motor SRT750X. Now we're talking about serious displacement. This 746 cubic centimeter adventure machine costs $8,599 and uses Benelli's proven TRK engine technology. You're getting more power than most 650cc competitors, making highway riding and loaded touring way more comfortable. The 795mm seat height is typical for this class. QJ Motor gives you 12 months or 12,000 miles of warranty coverage through their SSR dealer network. Number 14. QJ Motor SRK700. Naked bike fans looking at the Yamaha MT-07 should definitely check this out. The 698 cubic centimeter twin makes about 72 horsepower and comes from Benelli's Leonino platform, so it's proven technology. The aggressive styling and 790mm seat work for most riders. You get the usual inverted forks, monoshock, and dual 320mm front discs with ABS. Number 13. QJ Motor SRK750X. Cafe racer styling meets modern performance in this 555cc machine. If you want that retro look but need modern reliability, this hits the sweet spot. The engine comes from Benelli's parts bin, so you know it works. Low bars, rear sets, and minimal bodywork give you that classic cafe look without the classic cafe reliability issues. Number 12. CF Moto Ibex 800E. Okay, this one's different. It's a maxi scooter with a 799cc engine that'll outrun most motorcycles. Think Yamaha T-Max, but with more power and probably less money. You get motorcycle performance with scooter convenience, automatic transmission, and tons of storage. The 826mm seat height and weather protection make this perfect for daily commuting. Number 11. CF Moto 700CLX. Retro naked bikes are hot right now, and this 693cc machine goes head-to-head with the Yamaha XSR700. The Bosch fuel injection keeps things modern while the styling stays classic. You get 74 horsepower, 41mm KYB forks, adjustable rear shock, and J-Chuan brakes. The 800mm seat fits most people perfectly. Number 10. CF Moto 675SS. Here's something you can't get from Japan. A 675cc triple-cylinder sport bike for $7,999. That inline 3 makes 95 horsepower and sounds absolutely incredible. The triple configuration gives you character that parallel twins and inline 4s just can't match. KYB suspension, J-Huan brakes, 5 inches TFT with Bluetooth, and a quick shifter for upshifts only. The 810mm seat height is nothing different from a typical for sport bikes, so it works. Still with me? Good. Because we're only halfway through and these bikes are getting crazier by the minute. Hit that like button, smash subscribe, and buckle up, because the top 10 badass machines are just ahead. Number 9. CF Moto 800MT. This is where things get serious. The 799 cubic centimeter engine actually comes from KTM and makes 93.8 horsepower. You get blind spot radar, 4 ride modes, full traction control, heated grips, and cornering ABS. That's technology you'd pay extra for on European bikes. The 813mm seat height and advanced electronics make this a legitimate adventure touring machine. Number 8. CF Moto 800NK. This is CF Moto's flagship naked bike, and at $8,699, it's gunning for the Kawasaki Z900 and Yamaha MT-09. The 799cc twin delivers strong power across the rev range and will hit 139 miles per hour. The electronics package includes a 5-inch TFT with Bluetooth, 3 ride modes, and cruise control. CF Moto's 2-year unlimited warranty shows they're serious about quality. Number 7. CF Moto 450NK. This compact naked bike proves you don't need big displacement for big fun. The 449 cubic centimeter parallel twin pumps out 50 horsepower and 28.8 pound-feet of torque, which is plenty for new riders or anyone wanting an affordable daily rider. At just $5,399, this thing undercuts most entry-level Japanese bikes while delivering way more features. The bike rides on inverted forks and a multi-link rear shock, giving it handling that feels way more premium than the price suggests. Stopping power comes from J-Huan calipers with a 320mm radial 4-piston front and 220mm single-piston rear, all backed by dual-channel ABS. The 795mm seat height works for most riders, and at 364 pounds curb weight, this thing is light and manageable. Number 6. CF Moto 450SS. Take that same proven 449cc twin making 50 horsepower and 28.8 pound-feet of torque, wrap it in full sport bike bodywork, and you get something really special for $5,699. This isn't some plastic fantastic wannabe. This is a real sport bike with real performance components. The standout feature here is the Brembo M40 brakes with 320mm front and 220mm rear discs, plus Continental ABS. The electronics package includes actual winglets, LED lighting, a 5 inches TFT with Bluetooth, ride modes, and an upshift quick shifter. At 795 millimeters seat height and around 370 pounds wet weight, this thing will easily eclipse 100 miles per hour. Number 5. CF Moto 450 CL-C. Cruiser fans, this one's for you. CF Moto took their 449 cubic centimeter platform and created their first cruiser, tuning it for laid-back torque with 40 horsepower and 30 pound-feet of torque at lower RPMs. At $5,699, you're getting authentic cruiser style without the cruiser price tag. The steel trellis frame gives it that proper cruiser look, while the 37mm inverted fork and central monoshock keep the ride quality modern. Braking comes from J-Huan components with 320mm front and 240mm rear discs, complete with ABS and traction control. With just 686mm seat height, this thing fits riders of all sizes perfectly. Number 4. CF Moto Ibex 450. Here's something completely different. A 449 cubic centimeter parallel twin adventure scooter making around 50 horsepower and 28.8 pound-feet of torque. Think of it as the Swiss Army knife of two-wheelers, priced at $6,499 and ready for anything from daily commuting to weekend adventure touring. This thing gets serious KYB suspension with 203mm of travel front and rear, J-Huan brakes with 320mm front and 240mm rear discs with switchable ABS, and a wide curved 5 inches TFT that connects to the ride app. At around 386 pounds wet weight and 820mm seat height, this adventure scooter will hit around 99 miles per hour. Number 3. Benelli Leonino 500. This retro scrambler brings Italian design with Chinese manufacturing efficiency. The 499.6cc twin makes 48 horsepower and 45 Nm of torque, wrapped in styling that looks like it rolled out of the 1970s but rides like it was built yesterday. At around $6,799, you're getting authentic Benelli DNA without the traditional Benelli price tag. The bike rides on a lightweight steel trellis frame with 45mm Marzocchi-made inverted forks and an adjustable monoshock. You get LED lighting, a digital dash, and 17-inch Pirelli Angel ST tires. The 785mm seat height, around 470 pounds weight, and 5.3 gallons tank capacity make this a practical daily rider. Number 2. Benelli TRK502. This is the base model in Benelli's adventure lineup, but don't let that fool you. The 499.6cc twin makes 47 horsepower and 45 Nm of torque, plenty for serious touring and daily riding. At around $6,399, this adventure tourer undercuts most Japanese competitors while delivering genuine touring capability. The steel trellis frame carries 50mm inverted forks with 135mm travel and a rear monoshock. With a 5.3-gallon tank, around 470 pounds curb weight, and 840mm seat height, this thing will cruise comfortably over 100 miles per hour on the highway. And here we are, our top-tier bike. At number 1, we have the Benelli TRK502X. This is the adventure-focused version of the TRK, and it's everything you need for serious off-road exploration. The same 499.6 cubic centimeter twin, making 47.6 horsepower and 46 Nm of torque, but wrapped in a package that's ready for anything. At $6,799, you're getting genuine adventure capability that rivals bikes costing thousands more. The big difference is the wire-spoke wheels running 110/80x19 front and 150/70x17 rear tires, plus 50mm inverted forks with 140mm travel and a fully adjustable monoshock. You get adventure-style fairing, handguards, backlit switchgear, center stand, crash bars, and luggage rack as standard equipment. With 5.3 gallons fuel capacity, around 546 pounds wet weight, and 840mm seat height, highway speeds over 100 miles per hour are no problem. The motorcycle industry has changed forever. Chinese engineering has arrived, and smart riders are already making the switch. These 20 bikes prove that choosing based on actual value instead of old prejudices gets you better motorcycles for less money.